You know, when you think about The Conjuring, what if the scariest part wasn't the jump scares, but the fact that it's based on a true story? Yeah, this isn't just some Hollywood haunted house movie. It's based on a real-life investigation by the legendary paranormal experts Ed and Lorraine Warren. So today, we're going to dive deep into the full story, we'll unpack that absolutely terrifying ending, and we're going to uncover some of those hidden details you probably missed the first time around. All right, let's get into it.
So let's set the scene. The year is 1971. The Perron family has just bought their dream home, a huge, beautiful farmhouse out in Rhode Island. I mean, this was supposed to be it, you know? A fresh start, a quiet place in the country for them and their 5 daughters. But that idyllic dream very quickly spirals into a total nightmare.
At first, the horror is subtle, kind of creeping in at the edges. The family dog, Sadie, who's supposed to be their protector, refuses to even step foot inside the house. That's a bad sign. Then, the clocks. Every single night, they all freeze at exactly 3:07 a.m., like a warning of what's to come. And then Carolyn, the mom, starts waking up with these strange bruises on her body. The first physical proof that something malevolent is in that house with them.
Okay, 3:07 a.m. That time is our first major clue here. In paranormal lore, 3 a.m. is famously known as the witching hour. It's this time when the veil between our world and, well, the other world is believed to be at its thinnest. So it is absolutely no coincidence that the haunting really kicks into high gear right at this unholy hour.
From there, things just escalate with terrifying speed. You've got whispers echoing through empty hallways, furniture moving all by itself, and then we get to the hide and clap game. A scene that is, I think we can all agree, burned into our memories forever. Carolyn, she's blindfolded, and she follows the sound of clapping down into that dark, musty basement, only to find nobody's there. Or so she thinks.
Now, what's so brilliant about this scene? What makes it just so skin-crawlingly scary isn't what you see, but what you don't see. There's no monster jumping out, no cheap jump scare. It's just darkness. That suffocating silence, and the chilling power of your own imagination filling in the blanks. And that right there, that is the genius of The Conjuring.
Absolutely terrified and, let's be honest, completely out of options, the Perron family turns to their last hope, the world-renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Now, the Warrens weren't just your average ghost hunters. These guys were demonologists, and their case files were the stuff of legend. Lorraine, a gifted and incredibly powerful clairvoyant, senses something dark in the Perrons' home almost immediately. A deeply evil, inhuman force that feels like it's been waiting for them.
So the Warrens' investigation leads them to a name that's been whispered in local legends for over 100 years, Bathsheba Sherman. The story goes, she was a woman accused of sacrificing her own baby to Satan, then climbed a tree, proclaimed her love for her dark master, and took her own life, cursing the land for anyone who dared to live there. And now her malevolent spirit has its sights set directly on Carolyn.
We start to see Carolyn change. Her personality twists into something she's not. She becomes aggressive, withdrawn, a total stranger in her own home, in her own body. It's this terrifying transformation as Bathsheba's spirit just slowly and methodically takes complete control.
The climax of the film is just this brutal, terrifying exorcism. The Vatican hasn't given its official approval in time, so the Warrens are forced to do it themselves. Carolyn is bound to a chair, she's levitating, her voice is this demonic growl, and the entity inside her tries to force her to kill her own daughter. It is intense.
But right in that darkest moment, there's this little flicker of hope. Lorraine manages to reach through all that demonic rage and forces Carolyn to remember a cherished family memory, to hold on to the deep love she has for her family. And that's the key. It's that powerful emotional connection that gives Carolyn the strength she needs to fight back and finally break Bathsheba's hold. The family survives, but you just know the scars from that are going to last forever.
Okay, so how much of this totally terrifying story is actually true? This is where we have to separate the facts from the Hollywood fiction, and honestly, the truth might be even more disturbing than the movie.
So let's break it down. That climactic exorcism in the movie? Pure Hollywood. In reality, the parents say a seance went horribly wrong, causing Carolyn to speak in tongues and even levitate, but no official exorcism ever happened.
And Bathsheba, the movie's main villain, well, her story is based on unproven local legend, not really historical fact. But maybe the most chilling difference is the timeline. The movie wraps this all up in a few weeks. The real Perron family claims their nightmare lasted for almost a decade.
So what is it that makes The Conjuring so unforgettable? It's not just the jump scares, right? It's the way the film just burrows into our deepest, most primal fears, the things that go bump in the night, and that darkness that can lurk inside our own homes.
And then there's the music box. It seems like such a small thing, right? They take it from the parents' house and place it in their infamous artifact room. But this tiny detail is such a chilling reminder that the evil isn't gone. It's just contained. For now. It's actually the key that unlocks the entire Conjuring universe. Look, The Conjuring is a modern horror masterpiece because it understands that real terror isn't about what you see, it's about what you feel. At its core, it's a story about the unbreakable power of family, the strength of faith, and the terrifying idea that sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we can't see at all.
So, all of that leaves us with one final, haunting question. Was the Perron family's ordeal a true story of demonic possession? Or was it a tragic case of shared delusion, fueled by scary old local stories? The answer, a lot like the film itself, is left up to you to decide. And maybe that's what makes The Conjuring so truly terrifying. It leaves you alone, in the dark, to wonder what's real and what's not.